Yo, what's going on, fellas? So ever since I really started doing these hot takes videos, y'all have been eating it up. So I'm like, you know what? We gotta keep it going. Every single chapter, we're gonna drop a hot takes video, a community response, whatever you wanna call it. And also, they're just fun to make. I love interacting with my supporters, especially to see where their heads are at when it comes to the new chapter. So I made a lot of videos regarding chapter 13, and I told you guys to drop your hot takes on a community post I made about 4 days ago. And also, if you've seen the last video and watched to the end, I told you guys to drop some hot takes on that video too, because as well as the community post, I'll also be looking for hot takes on that video as well. And only the people who made it to the end of the video seen it, and that's exactly how I like it. I went through the community posts and I went through the video comments, and I found 10 hot takes that I want to share with you guys today. And don't worry, if your comment did not get featured in today's video, there's always next month. I'm gonna keep doing these every single chapter, so don't worry, bro, don't worry. If I missed you this month, I got you. So this is already gonna be a long video. I'm not gonna hold you guys too much with the introduction. All I'm gonna say is, if you're new to the channel and you like videos like this, then consider subscribing. You know, we just hit 7,000 subscribers. We're growing. We're a growing family now. I would love to have you join the family. And let's try to go for like 500 likes for this video. That's the like goal I'm gonna set. For chapter 13, we're gonna do 500 likes, all right? So without further ado, it's time to get into the hot takes. Let's go. So the first hot take we got for chapter 13, Kashin Koji reverse summons Boruto, and Konohamaru slowly starts questioning his memory about Kawaki and omnipotence. So of course he does have a point here. Let's talk about the first bit of the question. Kashin Koji reverse summons Boruto. Of course, yes, that could happen. Boruto is gravely injured, and Jura probably is gonna target Boruto because now he views him as an immediate threat just because he knows about the Thorn Soul. But it's not really Boruto's information, it's Kashin Koji's information, but Jura doesn't know that. So Boruto's put in a horrible situation. There's a chance Momoshiki could emerge because he is injured, and Kawaki is going to turn on his karma. That karma resonance is going to kick his butt. He has to get out of there some way. If Momoshiki does emerge, it can do more harm than good, so I wouldn't hold it past Kashin Koji to try to get Boruto out of there. So similar to how he retreated from Ishiki by resting in a toad's mouth and then getting transported somewhere, I can see Kashin Koji doing that to Boruto. Now, if he does that, the rest of Konoha is screwed. And I mean screwed badly. Because honestly, there's nobody else in Konoha except for DAEMON, who I believe has a chance to stand up to Jura. Not Kawaki, not Sarada, not Konohamaru, not Mitsuki, not even all of them together. You see where I'm going here? If Boruto was out of the fight, I believe Konoha would just be no more. And Jura's main motive isn't even to destroy Konoha, it's just to devour Himawari right now. Their long-term goal is to devour Boruto and Kawaki to reach their final form. But right now, I think it's all about just protecting the targets. And I don't think nobody's getting protected without Boruto. Of course, I do have some scenarios where DAEMON is involved in this fight. If you haven't checked out that video, make sure you guys check that out, because a lot of people think that is very likely to happen next chapter. I promise you won't be disappointed. So let's just talk about Konohamaru a little bit. I do believe Konohamaru will slowly start questioning his memory as well. We gotta remember, in chapter 80, Sasuke was confused because he sensed Momoshiki inside of Boruto, but as his memories retell, Kawaki is the one who should have had Momoshiki inside of him. Now, we don't know how much Konohamaru knows about the karma, but there are certain things that Boruto already did that could have Konohamaru questioning his memory, such as Boruto pulling out a Rasengan to use against Hidari. If Konohamaru had any sense at all, he would know the only people that can do that move that is in Konoha is Boruto, Naruto, and himself, along with Kashin Koji, of course. So right off of that right there, he should already start questioning some things. It probably hasn't set in yet because they're in the middle of a death match, but after everything calms down, I suspect he'll start to question some things. But at the end of the day, it's just Konohamaru. Whether he starts to question his memories or not, it's not really going to impact the story at all. So you could say it is important, but then again, you could say it's not really important because it won't have any immediate impact on the story. But pretty good hot take, pretty good. I like to see these type of things. Next hot take we got. Next chapter isn't gonna be as hype as we expected. since Jura might retreat. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I've been seeing this a little bit often. A lot of people think Jura might retreat. I mean, if he wanted to, he could retreat, but why retreat though? I just don't see a world where Jura retreats. What purpose would he have to retreat anyway? Himawari, the person who he's trying to devour, is right there. And the only person that could possibly stand in his way of devouring Himawari is Boruto, and you could see what happened to him. So at this point, nothing's really stopping Jura. The only reason I would give Jura to retreat is to revive Hidari, if there's a way to do that with the Thorn Soul. He can also retreat back to the Ten Tails dimension, or whatever dimension it was at, to heal any wounds he may have suffered, or probably will suffer in the battle. But regarding Jura retreating, I just don't feel like it's likely. He just said he wanted to unalive Boruto because he sees him as a threat. That's a reason to stay and finish the job. Another reason is Himawari. So there's two big reasons he should stay. Okay, look, the only way I see Jura retreating is if anybody could put enough pressure onto him to make him feel like he can't win. Other than that, there's no reason for Jura to retreat. It's more likely he summons the other two Shinju to fight with him, the Bug clone and the Moegi clone. But retreating, I don't know. I just don't see it happening. And if you see it happening and you could tell me why in the comment section, hey, I might be wrong. Let me know why you think Jura will retreat. I just can't see it. And I'm gonna stick by that. That's just the beauty of these videos. Everybody can have their own opinion. We could talk about it in the comment section and hopefully find common ground. So the next hot take we aren't gonna see Boruto versus Jura, but Kawaki go V2 while Boruto is down and unable to fight, leading to Boruto not being able to suppress the karma, causing Momoshiki to come out as a cliffhanger at the end. You see, I don't know if I see this as a quote-unquote hot take. I feel like this is probably the most favorable outcome. It's like you look at the situation and you see the only fighter that could possibly hope to stand up to Jura is unfortunately Kawaki, but he would have to use the karma's full power. He already fought him once in chapter 8, so he knows how strong Jura is. Even Delta was like, if you fight this guy, you're most likely gonna get your butt whooped again. So what do you hope to accomplish by even going there? After fighting this guy once, Kawaki should know what he's in for. Don't hold back anymore, use your full power, whatever you can do to just push Jura away a little bit. That's all you need to do. Do I think Kawaki's gonna win? No. But he will try his best, and that's all he can do in this situation. And of course, when he said that's gonna lead to Boruto not being able to suppress the karma, he's talking about the karma resonance. In chapter 9, when Kawaki activated his karma, and then Boruto had to retreat immediately before he lost control. But like I said, it's not really a hot take. It's a hot take, but it's a lukewarm hot take. I feel like most people think that's gonna happen anyway. I made a lot of videos on it, so if you want to watch a video regarding that, then I'll probably just leave it in the description below or somewhere. But yeah, we're probably gonna see Momoshiki very, very soon. Whether it's just dialogue or him just taking control of Boruto's body and fighting Jura. I mean, that's the one I prefer anyway, I'm not gonna lie. And I know a lot of you guys prefer that as well. Okay, let's move on to the next hot take. Momo finally returns, Sarada reveals her MS abilities, we see Orochimaru again, and Sumire summons Nue. Alright, first I'm gonna just start with Sumire. I feel like we gotta let it go. I feel like a lot of people are wrapped up in this Nue business. I get it. You want Sumire to be useful in some type of way. And I'm not gonna lie, that's probably something we could see in the anime. I'd be very, very surprised if when Two Blue Vortex eventually gets animated, Sumire goes the entire time without summoning Nue once. Especially since she knows she can do it because she did it in the past. But in the manga, it's a different story. There's not really any buildup when it comes to her summoning Nue. I feel like it'll just be out of nowhere. And I'm all for Sumire summoning Nue, but I want it to be a buildup. I want Sumire to actually get some development. And then also we gotta ask ourselves, if Sumire does summon Nue, does that change the situation at all? You see, you can do it in the anime because Nue probably doesn't change the situation that much. You can have her summon Nue in the anime, Nue probably gets destroyed, and then the story keeps going on as it does in the manga. And that, ladies and gentlemen, we call that anime canon. I know a lot of people like Sumire and they want to see her win, but her summoning Nue in this fight is just not likely. Now, if chapter 13 comes out and Sumari does summon Nue, I'm gonna have to eat my words. I'm gonna come on stream and I'm gonna tell you guys that I was wrong, but I strongly feel like I'm right on this one. Momoshiki returns. I feel like we just went over that enough. When it comes to the Momoshiki stuff, I'm gonna try to make it quick because I'm pretty sure we all get it at this point. Momoshiki is very likely to return. We all know why he would return if he does return, so let's not go over that again. Now, Sarada revealing her MS abilities, that's something. Now with Boruto down, just leaving her and Kawaki there, I feel like Sarada's gonna have to pull her weight a little bit more. If she does know about her MS, because there are rumors that she just activated and doesn't know that she actually has it, but if she knows about it against Jura, that would definitely be a time for her to activate it. I know a lot of people was kind of disappointed because Sarada was supposed to use it against Hidari, against her father's clone. It was set up so perfectly, and even I'm still disappointed that she didn't use it. That was supposed to be her fight. Sarada was supposed to fight Hidari one-on-one at first, and maybe get help later on. But since that didn't really happen, I feel like Sarada didn't have a chance to activate her MS. So I'm gonna say this for now. If Sarada doesn't activate her MS against Jura, then I don't think she even knows that she has it. This will be a perfect opportunity for her to activate it. So perfect, in fact, that if she doesn't, then she just doesn't have it, or she doesn't believe she has it. Okay, so regarding Orochimaru, I did make a video on that as well. I do think there's a possibility we either see a Momoshiki chapter, a Kashin Koji focused chapter, a Orochimaru chapter, or the newest idea that I got, an Ada chapter. And that's the chapter I just mentioned, Ada coming to Kawaki's aid because he's gonna get his butt whooped by Jura, and then Daemon's just gonna get dragged into the battle because of his sister. But enough of that, let's just focus on Orochimaru. Now, Orochimaru's appearance in the story has been foreshadowed a couple times already. We can look at chapter 9 when Boruto and Kashin Koji was seen in Orochimaru's hideout. And yes, that's Orochimaru's hideout. You can't tell me it's not. It is 100% confirmed that is his hideout. Another time you could say it's been slightly foreshadowed is when Boruto used Breakthrough right here. You could see he's using Breakthrough, Wind Style Breakthrough. And as you know, this technique is heavily related to Orochimaru and Mitsuki. So that's another little foreshadow. Now, if we see Orochimaru, I feel like the story is going to try to explain to us what his impact was during the 3-year time skip. Because he could have played a massive role into uncovering the OTSUTSUKI secrets. He could have did some experiments on Boruto's body because he was 100% OTSUTSUKI at the time, and he could have just started seeing massive changes to his body, like the ability to fly, and possibly manifest the Byakugan in his right eye. So Orochimaru just being there to research things, just to uncover secrets about Boruto's body, to OTSUTSUKI, probably even the Ten Tails, I can see that happening. Maybe Kashin Koji and Orochimaru is working together in some way, but we won't know unless we get that Orochimaru chapter, and I believe that can happen soon. Maybe not an entire chapter dedicated to Orochimaru, but maybe a panel or two explaining his role in the story. Next hot take. The Thorn Soul's power will bring Sasuke back, but with a significant change. He'll return as a villain. The Thorn Soul's influence will have altered his personality, making him a formidable foe for Boruto and his friends. This twist will create an emotional and intense conflict, as Boruto will have to face his mentor and father figure, now turned against him. Now, I know this is not really a hot take for chapter 13, but I kind of like the theory, so I just added it to the video real quick. First and foremost, I love this. Let's say Boruto does bring Sasuke back using the Thorn Soul, but he returns as a villain or something crazy like that. Honestly, I don't want to say too much about this because I don't know everything about the Thorn Soul. For all I know right now, the Thorn Soul is like a vessel for Sasuke's power. The Thorn Soul is the reason why Hidari can use Chidori. He's the reason why he took on Sasuke's appearance. I mean, is the Thorn Soul the reason why Hidari even came to be in the first place? Like, these are questions that we need to be answered. And what about the Thorn Soul will turn Sasuke into a formidable foe for Boruto? Even if he's not formidable, it'll still be an emotional fight because Boruto doesn't want to hurt Sasuke. He wants to save him. But Boruto being forced to unalive his master, it would just further push the narrative of Boruto losing everything. But this time it'll be different. He'll lose his master by his own hand. He didn't even have a choice. he'll be forced to do it this time. And it's not because of Momoshiki taking over his body or anything, it'll be by his own hand. And I suspect that'll just crush Boruto. He'll truly be at his lowest point if he's forced to do that. And you can argue Boruto already went through something like that. So if this happens, it's only gonna be used for character development towards Boruto. Like, let's be honest. Next hot take we got, peek sneak or sneak peek. I think he meant sneak peek. Kashin Koji appears or Orochimaru. I can see a situation Momoshiki appears, and who best to neutralize him than Orochimaru and Kashin Koji. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all, but it wouldn't be just because they'll overpower Momoshiki or anything like that. Momoshiki in Boruto's body is going to be a powerhouse. I don't want anybody to get that messed up. Momoshiki is going to be dang near unstoppable. There must be some secret Koji is hiding, or maybe Orochimaru is hiding, to stop Momoshiki from taking over Boruto's body. It has to be some type of external source, because they're not just gonna beat him up and force Momoshiki back. Nah, it's not gonna happen. Honestly, you can have Momoshiki take over Boruto's body, and then Kashin Koji and Orochimaru appear to stop it. It's at that point you could do kind of like a flashback to explain what Koji and Orochimaru was doing these last 3 years. So there's a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of possibilities you can go here. Let's just say that. Next hot take. More 10-tail variant shows and goes for Kawaki. Boruto either changes into Momo or Sarada heals him. Mitsuki could pop out to help him as well. I guess he's talking about the claw grimes. And to be respectful towards Kawaki and Sarada, they can handle those relatively easy. They probably don't need Mitsuki's help, but having him in this fight could be beneficial. I mean, I'm kind of surprised he's not already in the fight anyway. Like, what is he doing? You know what I mean? He sees his comrades and his friends fighting for their lives and he's just nowhere to be found. I don't think I like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Even if he is talking with Ada, that conversation has to wait. Konoha is under attack. Last time we seen him fight was against Boruto, so it's like, where are you? Your village is under attack and we need you. You're a Konoha shinobi. You should have been already there fighting. But I do understand that he is on a mission right now. He still has to watch over Ada and Daemon. But right now, I feel like there has to be an exception. But let's just say he is still watching over Ada and Daemon. And like I said before, if Ada gets dragged into the fight, then Daemon and Mitsuki are also going to get dragged along as well. So just by the fact that Mitsuki's not already there, the only way I see Mitsuki joining in the fight is to either help Boruto or to follow Ada and watch over her. And then he'll get dragged into the fight that way. I mean, I mentioned it in my last video, but I can mention it again. Boruto actually having that conversation with Mitsuki at the end of chapter 7 could save his life. I feel like right here, Boruto revealed to Mitsuki that he's his real son. He's the true son that he's been searching for all this time. So he would try to help Boruto in the situation. And if he doesn't 100% believe it, just off the small chance that Boruto could be who he says he is, he's gonna help him. Maybe Mitsuki has more questions or something like that, or maybe he's just confused. But one thing's for sure, he doesn't hate Boruto anymore, nor does he believe he's trying to unalive Kawaki or anything like that. The main reason why Mitsuki tried to eliminate Boruto. So something we should look out for in chapter 13, Mitsuki pulling up to help Boruto. It can happen. I don't know where everybody started to get the Sarada healing thing. I don't know where you got that. I'm lying. I definitely know where you guys got it from. I'm pretty sure most of you guys got it from the Naruto Explained video. And while there was probably some good points in that video, I thought we all knew that Sarada was just horrible at medical ninjutsu. And Sarada doesn't have the Byakugo seal, so let's just stop it right there. And it's funny because I'm pretty sure there was a whole anime canon episode that showed us how bad Sarada actually was at medical ninjutsu. Sarada healing Boruto isn't gonna happen. Let's just say that. Alright, next hot take. 5% chance it happens, but if Kawaki ate Hidari's devil fruit, it'll be huge. He just called it a devil fruit. A devil fruit, bro? You definitely talk about the Thorn Soul. I don't even know if the Thorn Soul can be consumed, but if it can, and it most likely can, it's probably very similar to the chakra fruit to a much smaller degree. So yeah, if Kawaki did eat it, he would gain Hidari's power, if it can't even be eaten. And I wouldn't say it's a 5% chance, it's probably higher than that. But something like that probably wouldn't happen in chapter 13. I would say it would happen sometime down the line because it is still in Jura's possession. They would have to get it from him by defeating him, which isn't gonna happen by Kawaki. I already explained that Kawaki getting his power up would come from artificial means. He's not gonna train to get his power. He's either gonna get a power up from Amato or, like I said, the Thorn Souls. If not the Thorn Souls, then something very similar to this. So in the long run, look out for this being a way Kawaki could get stronger. And if it does happen, I'm gonna be right here making a video on it to share with you guys. Okay, last two hot takes. This video is getting pretty lengthy. I've been recording for an hour now. But anyway, this hot take says, we won't see a fight in the next chapter because Jura does not want to fight. If he did, he would have joined Hidari a long time ago. Jura will fly off to his base to reanimate Hidari. We will instead see Inujin being treated at the hospital and Shikadai narrating the story to Shikamaru. Kawaki will still bother Boruto to try to get answers. The next chapter will be a little boring but informative. You know what? I don't want to say this is to him directly, but I just don't like when people call dialogue-filled chapters boring. Just because we don't get no fights, that don't mean the story's boring. I actually love dialogue-filled chapters because it pushes the plot forward and it introduces new theories and narratives. Now, of course, if you're just looking at it from the lens of a casual fan who just likes to see fights or just want to see Boruto fight, yeah, it's boring. But for people who actually enjoy the series through and through, they love these type of chapters. So when somebody just calls chapters like this boring, I don't know, but to me, it just reveals what kind of fan you are. But for the most part, I think Jura still wants to fight. I don't want to say Jura is a weird one, but he's a weird one. So him just staring and watching the fight from afar doesn't seem too out of the ordinary. That does seem like something he'll do. Now, he did express that he wants to unalive Boruto, and he still needs to devour Himawari, and to do that, he's of course gonna need to fight. Maybe he was just looking for a right time to strike, that's why he was just sitting back and watching from afar. As you can see from the end of chapter 12 when he sniped Boruto, obviously that was the right time. You get Boruto out the way, the strongest fighter, so nobody stands in your way of devouring Himawari. So to say Jura doesn't want to fight anymore is just not true at all. He does have goals, and he knows to accomplish his goals, he's gonna need to fight. Now, he does have Hidari's Thorn Soul. He can do whatever he wants with it, but if he does revive Hidari, it's gonna get scary for Konoha. But let me ask a question. How many of y'all actually do want to see Hidari again? Or do you feel like he served his purpose and it's time to just let him go? We all know at this point, the quickest way to beat him is just to hit him with an Uzuhiko and just destroy him. So do we really want to see Hidari again? I mean, it's cool if somebody else fights him, but Boruto versus Hidari, I don't want to see that fight again. I think I'm good off that. Now, Hidari being reintroduced into the story, that's not a bad thing, but it just depends on what you do with it. Is he coming back stronger? Is he coming back to serve a purpose? Will Jura absorb him and get stronger? You know, things like that. I'm also fine with us seeing how Inujin and Shikadai is doing. You know, I don't really care for that. It's fine. After this fight though, I feel like Kawaki will try to bother Boruto again to get answers. But right now, no. Kawaki's gonna focus on Jura and try to do what he can to defeat him. They're not gonna defeat him, but he's gonna try what he can. So the last hot take we got, I am fine with Momo appearing and talking, but don't really want him taking over yet. I'd rather Sarada pop off and use her MS, or Mitsuki getting involved. They really need a better display. And I agree, I would love to see Mitsuki and Sarada go crazy. If Mitsuki does appear, we can definitely see a scenario where Team 7 is reunited. Especially if Boruto gets healed or something, that's Team 7 back right there. I would love to see that. But like I said before, those things only happen if certain scenarios play out. So while that can happen, there's also better options out there that could be more entertaining. I'm not gonna lie, y'all had a lot of good hot takes. A lot of good hot takes. I enjoyed recording this video. Again, for the people that didn't have any hot takes, but would like to share their hot take right now, put it down below in the comment section. Or maybe throughout the process of watching this video, you formed your own hot take on chapter 13. Let me know in the comment section. Chapter 13 is going to be dropping on August 20th. So we're going to be getting the spoilers around the 17th or something. We're going to get the sneak peek on August 13th. So make sure you guys are tuned in for that video when it drops. And like I said, Thank you guys for sharing your hot takes. I enjoyed this video and I hope you guys did too. If you enjoyed it as much as I did, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified whenever I upload a video like this or go live for chapter spoilers later this month. Remember, the possibilities for chapter 13, Momoshiki, Kashin Koji, Orochimaru, or Ada. Those are the 4 options we have. We just gotta wait and see which one it is. And it's all gonna be revealed once we see the chapter cover. So I cannot wait for that. But anyway, I yapped long enough. I'm gonna see y'all in my next video, and I'm out. Peace.